Hello, my friends. Unless something horrendous happens today, we should win the title. The board have extended my contract. We have a youth intake that comes through, including one elite prospect. And we are somehow 24 unbeaten, thanks in part to the likes of Ross Nelson doing this. It's against Dumbarton here, who are towards the bottom end of the table. Apparently, we're doing 1x speed on the highlights, thanks FM26. Ross is our 18-year-old youth prospect that really hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. But he got the start today. We're in the 42nd minute. Passes it over to Harkness. We're moving like molasses. Oh my gosh. Harkness does the job. Comes down, says, oh, went too far. Pings it back to Nelson. Takes a touch. Controls. Pass. Back. Pings one in. I mean, it wasn't, was that good? But I just love when a young guy comes in and gets an assist from the center back position. So since that disappointing loss to Arbroath, we have been on quite the run, beating Clyde, Elgin City, Dumbarton, Annan Athletic, Forfar Athletic, East Kilbride, and then a disappointing draw just now against Edinburgh FC, where we just didn't do a whole lot. During that run, we've had the likes of Shanley, Hilson, Cunningham, Carse, Crane, and Chris Eady getting onto the score sheet. As you can see, it's fairly nicely distributed. Obviously, our two strikers with 18 and 16. Chris, if you roll down here, has got 8. And then a bunch of assists coming from Carse and Crane. And obviously Hilson and Shanley are playing off each other nicely as well. We have a 12-point lead. There are 5 games left in the season. So a win today could potentially give us the victory if East Kilbride drop points. Otherwise, we're just going to play until we win the title. So we're away to Clyde. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. We are going to play Damaraki in that deep line playmaker role because, well, we're trying to keep him happy because they might potentially consider loaning him out again. I'm kind of wondering if their tune will change when. Surely we don't bottle it here. If we win the title, when we win the title, because I keep saying, oh, they want him to play in a different squad at a different level. I'm kind of hoping if all of a sudden we are guaranteed promotion and playing in League One, that might be enough to help them go, yeah, we'll consider that. Plays it to Damaraki. Hilson now finds Harkness in acres of space. They decide not to protect their wings. He crosses over, and Ryan Shanley heads it home. That's the lad. Get in, Jack Harkness. That was all Harkness. Had nothing to do with Ryan Shanley. Down the wing here. MacIver. Not MacGyver. Oh, that was too easy. Clyde's in 5th place. Could we just smash them, please? Ball over the top. Oh, and he was there, too. Who was that? Crane. Did he mistime his jump, or is he just short? Was it just a really well-placed cross? Oh, when we go into the half, all even. All right, right back into the second half. I'm so tempted to move Damaraki up, but he's playing well in that deep line playmaker role. And Harkness is on an 8.0 because of that assist. He seems to be cooking down the right wing there. So we're going to move McGeechee up to the right wing back and bring on Nelson, who is not match sharp, which means we're about to concede a silly goal. Also, Ewan comes in for Karst because he's knackered. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, this is so annoying. I wish it could understand what I'm trying to do, but, it hath not, my friends. Okay, just making sure. We got people in the right spots. Okay, fantastic. East Kilbride still on a 0-0. Oh, my gosh. Here we all. Can we win it back? Selfridge. I thought that was in our defensive third, not our attacking third. Hamilton plays it back to Denham. This is the, final kicks of the game. Heads it down, Chris Eady. Oh, it's off the... I don't like the negativity sometimes that the assistant manager recommends. We played actually pretty well in pockets. Okay, to be fair, Cunningham didn't play so hot, and neither did McGeechee. But McGeechee was playing all right until we moved him to right wing back. It's like, guys, we didn't get the result we wanted. If we do that every single match, we're gonna win the title. So don't worry about it. We just need to get a draw now against Dumbarton, who, my friends, are in last place on 22 points. Although they will be fighting for their survival because Forfar Athletic is also on 22 points. So it is tight at the relegation zone in League 2. In the midst of this title run, we've gotten our youth intake. We have one elite prospect. Scott Balmer is elite. George Heaver, Ross Easton, Stephen Irvine are all top. Let's see what that means. Scott Balmer, goalkeeper, elite, huh? Is it because he's super aggressive and makes decent decisions? Heaver is a left back with some technique and some teamwork and work rate. He likes to work like that. Irvine is a 5'9", really naturally fit center back. He's determined though. I love a determined player. Ross Easton is a determined 5'9", work rate, teamwork right back. Boy, the technical ability is. Ooh, I mean, he's 15. They're all 50. I understand. Just, yeah. Michael Butterworth, who is a 10. We could use a 10. He's not half bad actually. So it's fine. This player keeps being recommended to us by our scouting staff and from an intermediary. Charles Ondo. He's currently in the second team for Portland in the United States. They've got him listed because he's requested to leave. It was like a lot higher. It's now 40 grand. We can't afford 40 grand, but he's on 490 a week. He could be, if we could get our hands on Charles, he could be our wide center back where Sam Denham is playing. Sam could take Ross McGeechee's position at the just normal center back, right center back spot. He looks a treat. I'm not trying to get ahead of ourselves though. Let's go win the title first, because maybe that'll change our finances. Currently, our finances show that at the end of the season, we'll have 13.88 grand in the transfer budget, which is obviously not enough. But it somehow rises to 63 and 100 grand in the following season. So I know if we get promoted, we get 78 grand, but that goes just straight to the overall bank balance, which is currently at almost 139,000 and is projected to be about there at the end of the season. But it jumps up to 330 grand. So again, I don't know if that's because we're going to get new sponsorships or if it's just looking at you've not signed any players besides like a very core group. We'll see. FM26 is not doing so hot right now, my friends. Views have dropped off significantly in this series. Maybe it's the content, I'm not sure. But players have dropped off of FM26 at a pace unseen in Football Manager in quite a long time. The player numbers over the weekend peaked at less than what FM24 had in September of 2025. So my question for you is, besides hitting the like button and leaving a comment if you're actually enjoying the series, what do you want to see from me? Because I can only do so much content about FM26 is bad. SI did a really bad job. I think we're all aware of that. Or should I just pivot to a new game entirely? I do want to hear from you, but if you do enjoy the content, a like, a comment, a share really does help the channel and the series. Thanks. So the only change today, again, we're up against another 4-2-3-1. Ali Roy has scored 3 goals against us, and the media keeps bringing up. But we brought Chris Eady in as the 10 because he's on an 8.2 in training. Ross Cunningham, who I'm not sure if we're going to re-sign, is on a 6.7. Okay, right at the 25 on the clock. Oh, Harkness gets done there. At least I think that's Harkness. Yep, it is. But Damaraki cleans it up. I kind of wonder if we're not creating as much because we got Damaraki essentially out of position. We should be further forward. I'm trying to keep him happy to see if we can get that loan, but we'll see. Kars cuts inside. Oh, it's flipped over by the keeper. Ekropol. What a goalkeeper name in Scotland League 2. Ekropol. Let's look at him. Can I look at the player in the middle of the game? Am I about to crash the game? Ollie Ekropol. Okay, he looks like he's Scottish. I can't see anything else about him. Is that a Scottish? It looks French to my American eyes, but you know. All right, 31st minute. Tomlinson out wide. Is that just like concrete walls protecting the trees behind the, like, is it just a big concrete box? Is that... Ali Roy again, inches wide, only inches. Lennox was there. I think he had it covered. He was doing it for the dramatics. And there's no doors. Let's just hold on a second. There's no doors over to you. How do you? I'd imagine sales not going too hot at the various vendors here because, folks, there's no doors. You can't. It's like one of those Tough Mudder type things. You have to run through the trees, hit the wall, go over the wall if you really want your meat pie, you know? But we get back to it. Maybe is that a rendering problem where the game has just decided I don't know what to load here, but I'm thinking it looks like we're playing like in a prison. Maybe Dumbarton's ground is a prison. I'm not sure. Harkness plays it to penalty referee. Easy lads. Oh, who is it? I don't even remember. Is it Cunningham? No, it's Hilson. Hilson. Yeah. I knew that. Hilson's our penalty taker. Steps up and puts it in left of the keeper. Get in. He went the wrong way. Everyone do the little jig. Let's check the other score here. for far as up on East Kilbride. So right now, if all results hold, we've won the title. Even if we draw, if the other result stays the same, we've won the title. I don't know how much drama there is, but I just want to see us play 10th place. I want to see us play well against this squad, and I want to keep Ali Roy out the back of the net, you know? Oh, I thought he was going to whiff that. Maybe it was just the animation, but Linux collects it. Calm as you like. Rolls it out. Why are we continuing this highlight? And then we're not, of course. So we go into the half up 1-0. I mean, we've kind of been all over them. They've had some shots, though, to be fair. I told them we've had a lot of shots, so I'm happy. But the reality is I think we could be doing a lot better here. XG graph, really a lot of their XG just came in one moment. Other matches still 1-0 coming out of the half. All right, 59:07 on the clock. You can see the stats up there. We've really not possessed as much as I would like. It's starting to rain, or has it been raining for a while? My brain's just blurred it out. I got too focused on the concrete barriers. Kars, who is looking a little tired on a 6.7. Oh, what a lovely pass by Chris Eady, who was on a 6.4, but will not be after that pass. It's the training. They worked on that in training, lads. Crane is on a 6.5. We might go ahead and take Crane off. Oh. Well, outside of the boot touch, slices through the defenders, and then that is a finish. What an angle of that shot. Pings it in off of the near post. He goes near post rather than far post. Lovely stuff. So we're going to bring Ewan in for Damaraki and move him back up just like last time. And we bring Selfridge in for Crane. Selfridge, I keep giving him like 15, 20 minutes. He just does not, his match sharpness does not increase. And our under 19s coaching staff likes to do a friendly like every 6 weeks. So none of our out of form players or out of match sharpness players are getting enough game time. It's kind of frustrating. All right, just at the turn of 70 on the clock, as you see here, we got 135 XG. We've essentially doubled them up on the XG. Possession still not where we'd like it to be. Selfridge, though, not match sharp. Can he do something? He does. He gets past 21. He gets past his man, then goes to the corner because he's already wasting time. Takes a couple touches. Plays a lovely ball to Ewan. Oh, thought we were going to get both substitutes involved there. He wins it back. Like the work rate there. Kars plays it back to Harkness. What was that? Like, honestly. We're going to bring in young Jacob Fleming for the central forward, the CFD spot, essentially for Shanley, who's starting to get a little bit tired. We're going to move McGeechee up to right wing back and bring on Ross Nelson, who, again, I probably should have offered a semi-pro contract, but he's on €6 a week, so he hasn't really developed, and his physicals are horrendous. So I know at one point I said we're going to build, a squad around a player like Ross Nelson, but like I need Ross to like eat some meat pies and start putting on some, but maybe that's just because he's not, practicing like a semi-pro. He's practicing like a youth prospect. And yes, I did switch McGeechee and Ross on the out of possession because it keeps thinking that I'm trying to have them change spots. The other game is 3-1 East Kilbride right now, so we do need this win in the next 10 minutes. Calibanner is about to come in for Kars, who just played that ball and then it got dispossessed on the pass. I guess I'll get rid of the match stats here. We're far enough into the match. Surely we're not going to bottle this. Ball. We're there. We just watched. Why did you just watch? What are we doing here? Lee Hamilton. I got it. Oh, no, you got it. Oh, nobody's got... That is just awful AI. Like, come on. What is that? And then, oh, dearie me. What was that? But, my friends, we have gotten the job done. Let's see. What kind of a... Oh, look at that. Look at the concrete walls. Oh, lovely little trophy. First trophy of the save. Yeah, I got my red jeans on. Don't you love the red jeans? I mean, that looks about appropriate. I got my red sneakers on. Nice pantsuit situation going on over here. Do the referees actually hang out? Wouldn't they just be like, we did our job. See ya. Oh, great job. Great job. Do they have pyrotechnics in League 2? That's a genuine question I've got for everybody. Leave a comment. That seems That seems a tad aggressive for League Two. It seems like it'd be like handing out Iron Brew and have a free meat pie, but not two, just one free meat pie. First title, get in now, my friends. Everybody's gonna want their wages to go up, but we'll deal with that here in a little bit. And interestingly enough, we just looked at this. The transfer budget jumps to 43.5 grand. The wage budget doesn't really change. And the scouting budget, I've had problems, and I think that's a bug. So hopefully by the time the next episode comes out, SI have fixed that. And as I mentioned in the intro, the board did give me a teeny tiny raise. Or no, maybe it was the same amount, but it also includes a promotion wage rise of 15%. So now I'll be making a whopping $675 per week. I think that's fine. It's more of a, I want to keep as much money available for players as humanly possible. And just for giggles, let's just see if Mackenzie Karst changes his mind. Not interested in entering into conversations with the club. Mate, we just got promoted. Come on. What about Damaraki? Huh? Norwich feel Alan Damaraki should be tested in a different environment, would prefer not to loan him, blah, blah, blah. They may be persuaded to reconsider their stance should they be presented an offer too good to be turned down, especially if it includes a sensible future fee. Now here's one for you as we kind of wrap up the episode, because after this I've got to go play through the end of the season and then we get to the transfer window and do all that business. But Chris Eady is coming off contract with Rangers. His contract is up at the end of the season. He's wanted by a lot of championship and premiership teams, and there's rumored interest from even more. And he's played all right for us on a 6.89, but he's got 7 goals and 3 assists with a 3.6 XG, so he's vastly outperforming his XG. And if we're not keeping Dale Hilson, could he play the deep lying forward? I mean, teamwork's not so hot. I'm just wondering with his contract, if he's at $440 a week, that kind of works with our relative wage budget. Would you sign Chris Eady, or would you attempt it? Or would you blow your entire transfer budget on Charles Ondo? I'm thinking about it. Then again, his contract is up in December, so could we just get him on a free later? Maybe. But my friends, if you've enjoyed that, hit the like button. I've got a lot of work here to do, as you can see. Again, as a reminder, I love that they still are struggling to get the clocks correct. The contracts that we have through the end of next season start with Jack Harkness and go up. So there's a lot to figure out. Russell McLean is still on the wage books. We can't get him sold. Hopefully we can just loan him out again and not have to eat the $290 per week he costs.